I've said it before and I'll say it again. This Spain team, greatest international team of all time without a shadow of a doubt. The only thing that's going to catch up with them is time.
Spain have never played a team like the France of '98 to 2000. I've said it so many times, this is one of the worst eras of international football there's ever been. I mean, just look at the teams that Spain have had to beat to win these last three tournaments. I mean, Euro 2008, I don't think there was one quality opponent in that tournament. 2010, I would probably say only Germany were a real top-level team that they had to face. And even in Euro 2012, I don't think there was really that many outstanding teams in the tournament.
I accept that perhaps the international arena has regressed somewhat and that the standard of certain teams isn't as high as it was. However, the gap among the top teams I don't think has ever been smaller, aside from one exception, and that exception is Spain. Okay, so while all the other teams are muddling around maybe the same standard, you have Spain consistently excelling and consistently performing in that way that only they can. You look at their last two qualification campaigns, 10 wins out of 10, twice. They conceded 2 goals at the World Cup in 2010. And one of Spain's chief strengths as well, and one that France couldn't overcome, is that regeneration, that replenishment, and that replacement that goes on in teams. You had, under Luis Aragonés and then under Vicente del Bosque, you had a near perfect handover.
That's true, but is it really that important? I mean, you can look at, say, the Brazil 1970 team. They were only great for one tournament, but for some that would be enough. Spain will have never faced a team with a defence like France had in '98. I mean, Lilian Thuram, Vicente Lizarazu, Laurent Blanc, Marcel Desailly. I mean, that is one of the greatest, I would say, after some of the great Italy defences, that is one of the best backlines that the sport has ever seen. I would like to see Spain try and break down that defence, especially a defence that's anchored in midfield by Didier Deschamps, who was just an unbelievable player. And we haven't even mentioned the great Zinedine Zidane. I mean, Zidane used to run the show, whichever midfield he would play against. And I don't think, despite the abundance of talent that Spain have got, and they've got so many attacking midfielders,
yeah,
what do you think?
Yes, I do. I think they could cope with Zinedine Zidane. Obviously, if Zidane gets a chance to thread a through ball through to one of his forwards, then there's always the chance that a chance can be taken by a France team. However, I wouldn't fancy France to have enough of the ball in the first place for Zidane to find that space in which to work. Even when they come up against teams who fancy themselves as the equal of Spain, what do? They hold them at arm's length by keeping the ball. That's one thing that the France team never really relied upon. They were very, very dexterous tactically under Xhaka and under Lemaire. But they never monopolised possession.
That's not true. If you look at the stats, I think Zidane, Deschamps, Vieira, Pires when he played. I mean, remember, Vieira and Makelele struggled to even get into that midfield. That's how strong that France midfield was. I think France have the weapons to be able to deal with Spain physically as well. I think Spain, one of their best weapons is being able to retrieve the ball. They're pressing. Physically, France with so many athletic players, Thuram, Desailly, Vieira, Makelele, you know, that side of the game, I think they could match Spain.
Match and no more, Carlo, is what I would say to you. I think when you add Spain's almost superhuman pressing game to the ball retention and to that creativity and to that vision that they have in midfield, and also that comes from all over the pitch, that they have capable footballers. And once you marry that stamina and fitness to that capable ball retention, you have a team that's nigh on unbeatable. And as you said yourself, 23, 24 consecutive qualification wins and 3 tournament wins in a row. There's no doubt about it, Carlo, that you're looking at the greatest team of all time.
If you want to make sure you see all our goals, features and expert analysis, then remember that you have to subscribe. So press that little button right now.